Hi everyone, Reed here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a crosstab. So crosstab is short for cross-tabulation, and what it's going to allow us to do is compare the answers to two different questions to see how they're distributed. It's easier to show it than explain it. So what I'm going to do is, using our first day survey clean data from Moodle, and as you can see we already have an original and working copy, so I don't have to duplicate it. I'm going to copy the two fields that I want to compare, which are what is your gender and which of these would you prefer as a pet. And I'm just going to copy them and move them over to a new sheet. And the reason I like to do it this way is because I find it's easier than trying to sort on that one sheet. So I'm going to delete this field up here, and pressing Control A, which would be Command A on a Mac, I'm going to format as a table again. So the reason I like to format as a table is I find it's easier to do this next step when it's already in a table format. So clicking on the Home tab, I'm going to go over here, and where you see this AZ sort and filter, I'm going to click on that, and I want to do a custom sort. So for my first sort, I want to sort by gender, A to Z. I now want to add a level and sort by which of these would you prefer as a pet. Now the reason I did that was it now has all the females grouped together and then groups together their preference of pet. And if we scroll down to male, it does the same thing. So to make our crosstab, we want to list each of the options from both of these columns. So for gender, I'm going to list it over here. And if we scroll down, we'll see we had one respondent that was a null value, so I have NA, and one that preferred not to say their gender. So I'm going to copy those and leave them there. So now in our second column, I'm going to put our pet choices. And we'll just scroll down to make sure that we captured all of them. And here we have one reptile. So to fill in our table, what I'm going to do is go over to which of these would you prefer as a pet and simply highlight the values. So as you can see, we have all the females that prefer cats. And right down here we have the count. So I will put that in here. Now we'll do the same thing for females that prefer dogs. Then we have 23. And if we look, that's all the females we have, so I'm going to put a 0 in for reptiles. And we'll just do the same thing for males. Again, highlight all of the cats that are lined up next to male, and our total, again, is 5. For dogs, our count is 32. We have one male that likes reptiles, the NA prefers dogs, and the prefers not to say likes cats. So we'll just record those. Now for any empty fields, we'll put in a 0. And the one check I like to do is to sum up each of our columns. So what I did there was I put equals sum and then just selected my column. Now if we select this box down on the lower right corner and pull over, it'll actually sum up the other two columns for us. So finally, I want to get the sum of these three values to make sure that I actually have the right count and didn't miss any when I was looking. So we have 68 total respondents in our crosstab, and if we check our count, we have 68 in the table. So this is the way we prefer you to set up a crosstab, and this is how we'll ask it on the exam. If you have any questions, please feel free to call, email, or text.